And Mary Jo Bose is here. The Indiana Players putting on The Good Doctor. Is that the name of it, Mary Jo?
That's right.
The Good Doctor. The Good Doctor. And you brought some of your cast members.
Well, let
with
me
you.
first of all tell you, The Good Doctor has nothing to do with the teenage autistic surgeon.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm sure there's some confusion about that. This is a Neil Simon comedy that premiered in 1973.
Okay.
So, yes, I brought 3 of my cast members with me.
Who'd you bring?
I brought Jonathan Bogart, who plays, well, I'll let him tell you who he plays.
Well, I play the writer, and am pretty much narrating a lot of what's going on. Everything's kind of taking place in my head, and on occasion I'll kind of step in and play some of the characters that I've cooked up inside of my mind.
And the writer is Chekhov, Anton
yes.
Chekhov.
Okay.
Hence the title Good Doctor, because Chekhov was a physician.
And your second actor who you've brought with you today is?
Do you want to go this way?
Well, however you'd like to
We're
go.
on the
You're the
radio,
director
you
here.
This is John Henry Stuhlman.
John Henry, good morning.
Good morning. And yeah, I'm in a couple of the vignettes. One, it's kind of weird to say on the radio to describe it. I'm a guy who's having a tooth pulled, which doesn't sound very exciting, but it is extremely slapstick and very funny. And then the other person I play is a guy who is offering to drown himself for 3 rubles.
Oh, well, then there you go. That happens all the time, too. When you said the guy about getting the tooth pulled, an image of Tim Conway and Harvey Korman slipped into my mind.
Well, I think that's Simon's idea, to tell you the truth.
Oh, yeah?
Because he wrote for television comedy before he started doing Broadway plays. And you can just hear it and see it. I mean, he's going for a joke whenever he can.
Yeah.
And he does.
Okay, so who else have you brought with you?
We also brought Bill Herring, who plays 4 parts? 3, at least.
Three named characters. Good morning, Todd.
Good morning.
I play.
He wrote them down. So
I'm having memory issues.
That's good. Always good to have one of your actors say, "I'm having memory issues," isn't it?
I play the husband in The Seduction, and I play the father in The Arrangement, and I play Kustinov, the banker, in The Defenseless Creature.
Which is another slapstick.
Okay.
The Seduction is exactly what you think it is.
Oh, okay. All right. You do not play the dentist, I know.
No, I do not play the dentist.
Well, the fact that you're talking vignettes really talks about the structure of the play, Mary Jo. So tell me about it.
Well, it's based on Chekhov's short stories. He is known, well, anybody who teaches drama knows he's like the master for theatrical pieces, but he just wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. And Simon decided to take several of the short stories and turn them into little plays. And what I like about this play is that it is an ensemble cast, so these guys get to play more than one part.
Yeah.
You know, which I would think as an actor would be so much fun.
Yeah. Well, let's talk to him. Jonathan, we'll start with you. And you can tell me about taking on the roles and how it has developed for you.
Well, a lot of lines, but a very enjoyable process because you get to kind of play a bunch of different individuals. So, I might be playing a serious writer, but then coming up with a joke in another act, or, working with John Henry here and negotiating the price of a drowning, which is always fun.
3 rubles is what I hear they're going for.
Needless to say, that's a little expensive.
I think they get it down to 80 kopecks.
Well, no. I wouldn't pay more than 60 kopecks for a drowning.
And here we go.
60 kopecks for a drowning?
Here we go. And all of a sudden, it's radio theater.
Exactly.
That's not a bad idea. Well, John Henry, when you get the chance to play multiple roles, obviously you have to change multiple personalities, don't you?
Oh, yes. It is something I enjoy doing. It's certainly not the first time I've been in a play where I've held more than one role. And, yeah, I even use a different voice for the 2 characters. I mean, not extremely so, but I kind of keep the guy on the dock down here more raspy kind of. And the guy who's getting his teeth pulled is really kind of whiny.
He's scary.
Scary good, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
They are so physical, those two.
yeah.
The Dennis scene worried me because I was afraid there'd be a lot more bruises than maybe there are.
The actual pulling of teeth.
With a rusty old piece of
Yeah. Well,
pliers.
That's modern medical technology
There
right
you go.
there.
True,
Yeah.
true. So much depends on the.
when you're charging 60 kopecks, yeah. Bill, let's talk to you a little bit because you got 3 roles and you can't remember any of them.
Yeah, well, it came together this week really well for me. I it wasn't too bad. It was a line here, a line there, a paragraph here, but it has really come together. And it's fun to, when I start out with like the 3 different roles, I may read them and say, now, who does this remind me of? And I'll start there with the inspiration. It may be Kramer from Seinfeld for one, or, the wizard from Harry Potter, the teacher, Snape, for another one. And I'll start there and then add in what Mary Jo tells me, and then mix that up with my own creativity and what everybody else is giving me on the stage. And, it comes out, I chew it up and eat it and spit it out and see what happens.
yes. Lots of scenery chewing.
I was
You
gonna
can
say,
see the wallpaper page. I must compliment everybody in the cast how they've handled the Russian names
Oh, yeah?
beautifully.
Yeah?
But don't ask us to say any right now.
Okay.
Kustinov.
Don't have that name down just yet, huh?
Well, Bill has all the hard ones.
Yeah. Well, Bill, that makes me ask the question: is one character any more difficult to play, or is there one that's more fun to play? Is the one when you're seen and you say to yourself, "Glad that one's over. This next guy's more fun."
Well, I think the husband in the seduction might be the hardest one because he has to be so clueless as to what's going on, and so.
And you've read the book, so you know what's going on.
Yeah, I know what's going on. Yeah, the writer is trying to seduce my wife, and right under my nose.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to pretend like.
And he plies her with cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, well, then there you go.
I know.
A cucumber sandwich is hard to beat, except for when you're like me and you hate cucumbers.
Watercress for you.
Watercress for me. She brought me a sandwich. That's what she's saying, because she was on with us last week and we were talking about the tea at the Historical Society, and so you said there will be sandwiches.
Absolutely.
And how about
cookies.
Little did I know that there will be sandwiches today.
That's right.
I appreciate that so
Oh.
very, very much. But Mary Jo, directing the play, with all of these different vignettes that are coming in, same question basically as we gave to Bill. Is there one that is more difficult to direct, or one that is more fun or more sad? Or
Again, I love ensemble shows where you get to work with the same people and put them in different pieces of the puzzle. I would say the hardest ones are the slapstick ones, the physical ones. I don't have a favorite. I really, really don't.
yeah,
They're all very sweet or very hysterical. So, I mean, how can you not be happy with that?
And when you got to look at the book, was there one that you looked at and you thought it was, this is going to be very, very interesting to direct, and it turned into something different than what you actually thought
No,
it would
I'm
play out?
pretty well founded in my Chekhov and my Neil Simon, having done both many times. So it's like a comfortable old corset that we could put on.
That's another
corsets.
reference.
That's another reference.
Yes.
Yes.
There's corsets involved in this.
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, I'm much more versed in Paul Simon than Neil Simon. So, for audiences who don't know, though, what a Neil Simon play is about.
Neil Simon wrote No, I don't know that everybody knows, because every time I make a reference, my cast, most of which is a lot younger, go, huh?
Yeah.
Neil Simon's probably most famous work is The Odd Couple and Barefoot in the Park. And then a bunch of... He had 4 shows on Broadway at one time,
Yeah.
at the same time, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is going to match that.
And at that same time, he was basically the TV schedule for every single night as well.
That was early in his life.
Yeah.
That was, well, see, here we go back. Ancient history.
We're talking
Sid
1970s.
Caesar.
He
No,
was
we're
still on
talking
TV
50s.
Yeah, I know that, but he was still on TV in the 70s
That's
with
true.
some of his shows. So
That's true.
He was a very, very busy man, very prolific.
Very, 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 very wealthy, I would guess.
One would think, yeah. All right. So the show is coming up. Let's get the
Friday.
schedule. This Friday.
This Friday.
Only one day?
Oh, no.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Come on, guys. Fill in.
Schedule me,
Hey,
schedule
you're
me
the
out here,
narrator.
boys.
Give the schedule.
Well, this weekend, Friday, was the 13th, 14th, and 15th, starting at 7:30 on Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday it's a 2 p.m. matinee.
2:30.
2:30.
2:30.
Oh dear. All right. Well, don't listen to me for times.
He was going to show up early at least. So.
And next weekend also.
And next weekend, same schedule.
Yes,
Friday, Saturday, 7:30 each night, and Sunday matinees at 2:30.
that's right.
Philadelphia Street Playhouse.
Absolutely.
Ticket information. Get them at the.
You can purchase them online on the website, IndianaPlayers.com, on the Show Clicks link. Or
Okay.
you can call in and reserve tickets and then pay when you get there. Or you can just pay at the door.
There you go. There you go. Well, it's been fun talking with you all about this. It sounds like it's a lot of fun to do the play. It's called The Good Doctor. It's the next 2 weekends at the Philadelphia Street Playhouse in downtown Indiana. Thanks all for coming in.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
We appreciate it. And thanks for the sandwiches and cookie.
You bet.
Or sandwich and cookie. It is the voice of Indiana County, and it is WCCS AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.